BIW to all the Be Inspired Radio Show listeners. I hope you have had a wonderful week so far. I know I have. Nice and quiet, not a whole bunch of stuff going on this week, but definitely am glad I've made it this far. But all is well on this end. I'm a little downtrodden because my co-host is not here tonight. Jabril Morris is not feeling well, but shout out to him and hoping he will feel better soon, so he can come on back to the show and help a sister out. But that's okay, because I got Robbie in the studio with me.
Hey.
I'm not by myself, folks.
We got this. We got this.
See, last week we said, me and you, us never part, my kid, da. See, I started out with Robbie.
Yeah.
And here we are together.
Back again. Circle of life.
So, yes, but shout out to Jabril, hoping that he will feel better soon. Please know we miss you here. Also, my assistant Kayla is not here on tonight. She couldn't be here, so it's just me and Robbie. But you know what? We gotta press on. The Be Inspired Radio Show must go on, you guys. But I do miss you, Jabril and Kayla. When you guys are in the studio, I'm telling you, it's like it's pumping. But we in here, me and Robbie, we're going to handle it today. We're going to handle it tonight, rather. So we'll be on here for 2 hours with you guys, just enjoying each other's company. If you are listening, please, by all means, invite other people to listen. Tell them, go to www.beexposedradio.com and click live to listen. Or you can go to YouTube and look up the Be Inspired Radio Show, and you will see our link there. Not only that, if you have the TuneIn app, or if you do not, download the TuneIn app so that you can hear our wonderful show. So when you download the TuneIn app, look up Be Exposed Radio. When you do that, then you'll be able to hear our show live. So we got all these different ways.
There's no reason. There's no reason for you to not listen.
You know,
yeah.
You got to tune in because we done made it easy for you. We done gave you all these different options now. You know, we live in a technology-driven society, so we bringing you everything that you need. All the avenues that you need to listen to the Be Inspired Radio Show. So make sure you let somebody know that they gotta listen. We have a great show prepared for you tonight. But listen, I want to talk to you tonight, and I'm going to be interacting with you guys online, but I want to talk to you tonight because yesterday was the 2016 Maryland primary elections. Did you vote? Because last week we talked about making sure you got out on yesterday to vote. Yesterday was April the 26th, 2016, the big Maryland primary election. And it was a lot of activity, a lot of stuff going on. We had the big ticket politicians on the ballot. We had people who had issues with the paper ballot. I was shocked myself when I saw the paper ballot. I was like, what?
A lot of people were like,
we just revert back to the Stone Age? And nobody told me. You know, did I go to sleep, wake up back in the 1960s or something?
Maybe.
And nobody told me.
nobody sent the warning, the email, nothing.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. I missed the memo. How about we are in 2016?
Technology, people.
Hello, you know, and talk about errors.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I mean,
there's so much human error when it comes to like paper.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I mean, although what they did have was once you filled out it was like a what you call it? What's what they call the paper Tron. Scantron. That's what it's called, right? Mm-hmm. So you bubbled in your little choice.
Okay.
But then you took the paper to this machine that read it.
Oh, yeah. Like a Scantron.
So I guess that was, you know, their technology. But I was still taken back because when I voted last voting season, they had the little computerized machines
you just come over and press the button like an MVA.
You just kind of touch. It was like a touch screen option. So
was it like at a MVA?
Huh?
You ever been to MVA when you gotta like
Yes.
take a picture for an ID and they ask you
Right.
It's like that?
It was like that, right?
Okay.
It was just like that. Yeah, it was like a touch screen option. You just go and you push whatever choice you wanted to make and it tallied it up, blah. But this paper thing, I was like, huh. And how you know that machine read your answer right?
I know, right?
You know, you just had to kind of trust that the little machine was reading your Scantron right. Anyway, it was a lot. I mean, a lot of stuff. And you know what I was really proud of? To see on social media so many people posting that they voted, because a lot of people skip the primary elections and just go for the main elections in November, not realizing how important the primary election is. This is when you get to choose who will represent the party that you're part of. So if you're a Democrat, you vote to decide who's going to be the Democratic representative. For Republican, and then, you know, so that's why it's so important, because you want to make sure you pick the right person to represent you, to represent what you believe in, to represent the policies that you are fighting for. You want to make sure you pick the right person. So in the end, you get the person you want to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the primaries is important, but a lot of people skip it and then make a big deal about the November election, but really you had no input on deciding who is even in that election in November if you didn't participate in the primaries. You just kind of voting off of what other people decided.
Do you think it'd be good if they came up with like a makeup voting day?
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, I think so, because people, okay, so here's what I think. So we're presented with so many different options, right? Mm-hmm. We had early voting from April the 18th through April the 21st. So if you knew ahead of time that you weren't going to be able to make the April 26th election, you could have chosen any one of those days to vote.
And that's the problem. I didn't know that.
Right. And I think you're right about that. I don't think there was a whole lot of publicity about it, or there may have been. Do you watch the news like that?
Not really.
Not really, yeah. So
did they
did mention it on the news, and you know, but that's why we need like the Be Inspired radio show and other shows like that to really push it, because mainstream media only gives you what they want you to know about. Mm-hmm. They don't give you the things that you should know as an everyday citizen. And that's why radio stations and like Be Exposed Radio and the radio shows that is on this station has to make sure that we take the time to give out information to the everyday citizen, you know, because people needed to know that there was an early election option.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, but it was April the 18th through the 21st. You had the option to go. And then those who couldn't make it during that time frame could do the April 26th. But in terms of doing a makeup election day, I'm sure that there are options out there for that. If you, for whatever reason, you just could not make it yesterday, you know, or the early elections, but there are options out there. So please, last week, our whole show was about making sure that we educated you all about the election process, about making sure you take the time to educate yourself about who's on the ballot. My husband and I were making jokes about, you know, some of the names on the ballot that we didn't necessarily recognize, again, because mainstream media only tells you about the front runners in an election. They don't tell you about others that are on there that may not have the money to do as much publicity and advertising. So you gotta go out and do your research and find out who's out there. Go online and see who's registered to run in those particular parties, so you can have an option. It is about options. You don't have to just go with what's being told to you or what media is telling you to do. Go out there. There are plenty of options and people who are running who really are about working in the community and getting the job done. So I hope that you had a chance to go vote throughout the show. I want you to call in and tell me about your experience, because everybody's experience was different. According to the news, Catherine Pugh had some workers that were supposed to be working for her campaign on the day of the election and got to one of the locations and found that there was no work for them. And they were quite angry about that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes. And to the point of violence, vandalizing cars. And so everybody had some very interesting experiences at the poll yesterday. You had a lot of people who were really excited, people that were working for the various campaigns that were out there, you know, cheering and getting everybody pumped up. I'm in Baltimore County. All right. So I'll briefly tell you about my experience and I'll go into more detail afterwards. Oh, and by the way, we will talk about the winners. So you got to stay tuned because we're going to tell you who won what. So you got to stay tuned. But yesterday when I went, I'm in Baltimore County and I live in Cockeysville. Let me tell you, it was quite quiet at the location that I voted at. There were not people outside cheering on who, you know, and making a lot of noise. Even when I went inside, it was quiet. You had a few volunteers and people was like, hey, welcome, go here, you know, fill out your paperwork and go there and then you can vote. I was like, okay, well, Ramadara.
This is kind of chill.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everybody was quite nice and everything, but it just amazed me because I tried to go earlier in the day, right? Because I'm thinking, oh my God, they might be in line. But then I got there and there was hardly anybody there. And that just goes to show you how the primary elections just aren't taken as seriously as the main event elections in November. And my goal is to try to get people to be aware of the primary elections and the importance of it going forward. So every chance that I get in the future, when it's election time and we have primary elections coming up, I will be promoting it because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be transparent with my 1 minute that I have left in this segment. Is that I was one of those people who didn't necessarily vote like I should have, you know. And the more I studied, the older I got, the more I studied history and started to appreciate the sacrifices that were made for Blacks. I felt it was my duty to vote. You know, even if I don't want to even go in there and say my vote or my voice won't be heard. No, absolutely. I don't have a right to complain if I don't go vote. You know, I have to, even if the person I choose does not win. The fact is, I exercised a right that was fought for people generations before me. So it's important, you guys, and I hope you voted. So tonight, throughout the show, I will be asking you to call in at 410-702-5657 or text at 443-642-9403. Listen, grab your friends, and tell them to listen to the Be Inspired radio show only on BeExposedRadio.com. We're going to go on a break, and when we come back, more of the show. Hey, everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the Impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome
This is the mother of truth, Baltimore's own magical Negro, your thug unicorn, your gangster goddess.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician.
This is Peter.
Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
there we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Hey, everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the Impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready? Hoo-ha!
Bonus hour's gonna last. I'm getting addicted.
How you doing?
I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS.
What button would you possibly press? You reached and then you coiled.
I got something special for the next story. I'm sorry.
You don't know what the next story is?
You just said it.
Star Jones?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to throw you off. Let's talk about Tigger and the booty hole and the bloody sheets. How you doing?
How you doing?
Big Tigger has officially changed his BlackBerry, his two-way, his house phone. As a matter of fact, he's probably packed up and moved to Istanbul, asking BET, can we please have a satellite feed? I can no longer be part of the United States. The superhead has ruined me. Thanks to G-Rap and Ma Barker.
That's going to be in her next book.
No, it won't. Please. She already had to cancel this book tour.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, everybody. We are live on the Be Inspired radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. And if you're just tuning in, TGIW to each and every one of you. We have a fabulous show for you tonight. And this is your girl, Miss Be Inspired. My co-host isn't here with me tonight. Ooh, he's not feeling well. But guess what? I got Robbie in the studio with me. And guess what else? I got a treat, y'all. Dun, dun, dun. Look, I got Monty in the studio. He was like, do not. It is hot, y'all. But that's all right, you know. So we got a wonderful show planned out for y'all tonight. But before we get into all of that, I got to tell y'all about the Be Exposed open house that's coming up May the 14th. This is our second one, you guys. The first one was absolutely fabulous. So backed by popular demand is our second Be Exposed open house on May the 14th, 2016 from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Hey, you guys. Oh, hey, cousin. Hi, Sheena. How you doing? Listen, we're also live on Facebook right now, so I'm giving shout outs to everybody. But you guys have to come to the Be Exposed open house. I'm telling you, the first one was off the hook. We had DJ Twiz. He was up in the place. We had all of the personalities on Be Exposed. We're in the house. We did some live interviews of some of the business owners and some entrepreneurs, local and in the general area. They came through. So you guys have to come. We need you. If you're a business owner, we definitely want you here. You got to come. All you entrepreneurs, please come on. We need you. We need you. All of our past guests, family, friends, everybody, please make it out on May the 14th, 2016 from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. to the Be Exposed open house. Also, the company that I own, Be Inspired LLC. That's not my company. Be Exposed. That's Monty's company, right? Not mine. I'm an employee at Be Exposed Radio. I want to make sure I keep my job. Let me say that right. All right. But Be Inspired LLC is partnering up with From One Mother's Heart. May the 28th, 2016 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will be hosting a leadership brunch. So we definitely want you guys to come, all of our supporters. Hey, Lady T. Oh my God, I love you. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. But yes, on May the 28th, you guys, we need you to be in the place. Go to Eventbrite and look up Be Inspired Brunch and Leadership Seminar on March the 28th, 2016 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Yours truly will be a speaker. I'll be talking about business leadership or leadership in business. And then Sanithia Drake, who is the owner of From One Mother's Heart, will be talking about leadership in family. So you guys don't want to miss this. This is going to be an epic event. You will leave feeling inspired and you will have so much information. So right now we're getting ready to go on break, but when we come back, more of our show. We got so much to talk about. We got to talk about these crazy primary elections. So you got to come back. Make sure you stay tuned because I got some experiences and Monty got some experiences too. We're going to talk about it. All right. So make sure you stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream is white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
This is the mother of truth, Baltimore's own magical Negro, your thug unicorn, your gangster goddess, here on Gangsta Goddess Radio on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Throw it up, throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Blow it up, blow it up.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium
I
somewhere.
want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
So you just
building.
gonna shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that. 'Cause that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you?
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like.
So just type the job website address here.
But just like a
A little 1 2 1 2.
Hell, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it. Very
Okay.
cozy and
Woman,
hit
not
the mark.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, we're not trying to like bust my sweats.
So that's
and-
mean you don't have the dance and you.
Oh, I can dance.
Okay.
Oh,
not what I
baby, I can dance, but I'm not, trying to get that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
Okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
You know people gonna start using that.
Right,
I'm
and
a
they
little Banji
should.
Soul, little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
But just mark it so people know like this was mine.
This where it came
This
from.
where it came-
Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. But pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on Be Exposed Radio.
So just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician.
This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
there we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
We are back live on the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com, bringing you inspiration to get you through the rest of your week. If you are just tuning in, TGIW, you made it halfway through your week. You made it. It's hump day. Now you can get through your Thursday and your Friday and get to the weekend. Do you have any big plans for your weekend? What about you, Robbie? You got any big plans for your weekend?
This weekend, I plan on, so I do martial arts, right? So I'm about to actually get into like some empty hand combat with my partner.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
You guys, Robbie is telling us what he's going to be doing on the weekend. I'm just going to show you.
Hi.
That's Robbie. That's our engineer. He's awesome. Does a great job. Yeah, I don't have a whole bunch of plans for the weekend. You know, I am going to be supporting some folks. So I'm getting ready to give you a shout out, Kendra. Kendra is going to be part of Philly's Next Top Model competition in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this Sunday, May the 1st. You guys, that's going to be a big event. I'm actually going to be doing some coverage there. I was asked to come and do some coverage. So I will be there covering Philly's Next Top Model. This is the first of its kind in Philly. And my sister Kendra will be one of the contestants. Yay! So Kendra, I just gave you a shout out. So I will be doing that on Sunday. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be supporting From One Mother's Heart. They are going to be having an event on that Saturday. So I love supporting and getting out there and bringing exposure to the positive things that are going on in our community, because believe it or not, there is so much more positive out there than what the media lets you know. There's so much going on out there. So I feel it is my duty to at least tell you guys about it and let you know that people are really out there doing some great things in our communities. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. But yesterday, oh my gosh. Oh, yesterday was the 2016 Maryland primary elections. Oh my gosh. So many mixed emotions, so many different experiences. There was so much going on, but it was an important day. It really, really was. All across Maryland, people went and they voted, and schools were closed. Schools were closed. My kiddies were with me all day. And guess what? I took them to the polls with me. My whole family went to vote yesterday. And I was proud of that. I want them to see early, you know, that this is your right to do this. I want you to know that. And so the kids, they went with me. My husband, he voted. So the kids got to see me and my husband exercising our 15th Amendment right to vote. And like I said last week, so many people sacrifice so much for us to have that right to vote. So many people blood was shed. So many sacrifices were made so that we could vote. So you guys, I hope you were able to go out and vote. And if you're listening, I want you to call in and tell us about your experience. Tell us what happened when you went to go vote. What was the polling situation like? How did you feel about the paper ballots? There were some people who even said when they went to the polls, they didn't have any more "I voted" stickers.
They didn't have none when I voted.
Yeah, it was a lot of places that didn't have any "I voted" stickers. And you know, some people go to vote just so they can get that sticker. I'm not mad, you know, at least they went to vote, you know. But
I wanted one to promote.
Yeah.
That people needed to go vote. That's why I wanted one.
Yeah. And
like I said, you seen my Facebook post where I was saying that a lot of people was calling me between yesterday and earlier today about not knowing if they should go and vote.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part.
Wow. Yeah. And you know, what's funny is that a lot of people don't understand the importance of the primary election.
Well, they didn't know because they didn't know. One is their party affiliation.
Okay, right.
You know, whether because if you were independent, you couldn't vote yesterday.
Vote yesterday, right.
So, and that is what was confusing through media as well.
Right.
That this was only for Democrats and Republicans.
Right.
That they were the only ones that could, come out and vote.
Right.
Which is why I would like to say shout out to Joshua Harris, who I found out a couple of weeks he changed parties from, the Democratic Party to the Green Party.
Yes.
Which now leaves him in the running still to become mayor.
That's right.
So that's who's getting my vote now.
Yes.
So Sheila didn't make it.
Yeah. So that is true. So Green Party, they weren't on any ballots. So if there was some candidates that ran under the Green Party, then they will still be in the running November the 8th. So that's the good thing. So go, if you don't know anything about the Green Party, I encourage you to go and do your research. Look up the Green Party and find out some of the candidates that are running, not only for mayor, but also for city council in the different districts. A couple months ago, we had one Green Party his name is David White, and he was running, I can't remember the exact district. I want to say the 5th district, but I could be misquoting.
So
but
he
was on here.
You really do have to pay attention to that because out of all the Democrats that were running, none of them can run now.
Yeah.
Unless they switch parties and go independent.
Right.
Which is what I would suggest Sheila do. But because that's just me.
Yeah.
I want her,
Right.
If I can't have her, I'm gonna go young.
Right.
I want somebody young in office.
Yeah. A lot of people were surprised about
younger. I was younger. Young sounds disrespectful.
Yeah.
Younger.
Well, just younger.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were surprised by the Catherine Pugh win.
I was.
A lot of people.
I mean, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
Because they were neck and neck.
Right.
But out of all the people, I say probably a good 20 people called me and said they didn't know they could vote.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Wow.
And they didn't know if they should, or like they didn't know that this was the decision.
Yeah.
That this was the deciding force to who was going to be nominated to run for president. Because if you looked at the Republican race yesterday, who was nominated to run on the Republican side of mayor, they only had between the two of them, it was like 4,000 votes to the 100,000 on the Democratic side.
Right.
So it's a shoe-in that she's going to be mayor.
Right.
So it's like, we don't even have to go through all of this. Why don't you just make Stephanie move out now?
Right.
And Catherine can go ahead and move in.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
So what do you make of, I have my own opinion, but what do you make of Elijah Cummings and
I don't know what to make of that because I don't understand why he was even backing her like so forcefully.
Right.
Just because she was out in the riots with him.
Right.
What does that mean?
Right.
She's done nothing.
And what about Nick Mosby? When he conceded.
He's a follow the leader. Now he has her, she's in the end.
Right.
Because she's gonna be the next mayor. He has like his
inroad.
Right. His wife is the state's attorney.
Right.
And now he got his in the He let his council seat go though, so
I think it's crazy. I always get skeptical anyway. When I see this,
I wouldn't be surprised if she appointed him to an office.
Wow,
director of public works or something.
Yeah,
he has no experience.
I'm not sure. I'm hoping that Baltimore citizens will remain calm about all of this, but I'm nervous.
I want them to, like you said, remain calm.
Yeah.
But it needs, if your voice wasn't heard, say something.
Right.
Because the people is the only people that can change it.
Yeah. Well, I did listen to Sheila's concession speech.
One more thing to add to that, though, because by the way, you can still write Sheila's name in.
Yeah.
In November.
Oh, wow.
You can still write her name in.
Oh,
right
my
at the bottom, there's an
gosh.
empty space for write-ins. All 40,000 people that voted yesterday to no avail, you can still write her in on November the 8th.
Oh, gosh.
And upturn this whole entire situation.
Oh, did y'all hear that? You can still write. Oh, hey, how you doing, Kia? What's going on? How you doing? She said, pray for Baltimore as a whole. A 13-year-old was shot this evening. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Yes, please pray. Baltimore is going through. Baltimore is really going through some things. And that's why we need the right people in office. I mean, I couldn't vote because for in the mayoral, because I'm a Baltimore County resident. But, I definitely encourage people to do their research. And that's one thing I have been doing, like making sure that you go out there and educate yourself about the policy. Don't just listen to mainstream media because, of course, as we know, we're only told what they want us to know. Right. So you got to go out there and do your own research. You do. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers. I'm not saying
I have them all. My show come back on May the 17th.
Oh, yes. Talk Lately show will be back.
And I'll
May
tell you everything
17th,
you need
right?
to know. May 17th,
Yes.
Tuesday.
Yes. So you got to tune into the Talk Lately show too. That show is phenomenal. When I can, I listen in as much as I can. I try to support all of the shows on Be Exposed Radio
Can
when
you
I
name
can.
them all?
Huh?
Can you name them all? Because I can't.
Yes. So we got Gangsta Goddess. We have the Artist Exchange, Talk Lately. We have the Happy Hour. Of course, the Be Inspired Radio Show. Got to put a little extra juice on that one. We have Power Radio, Weird Radio. We used to have Who's Got Bars.
It'll be back.
It'll be back. So we still got Who's Got Bars. How did I
He
do?
liked my comment, so maybe Joshua will be coming by one of these days.
Oh, okay.
'Cause-
Shout out to Joshua.
Yeah. so-
Yes. Please come by and talk to us about what you think, because you got some supporters
In fact,
now.
I was surprised that
Yeah.
after being on that lineup with all the other candidates that he switched parties. But
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I think it was a smart move
It
too.
was a very smart move.
I think
because
very
he can pick up
educated.
some of those 40,000 that voted for Sheila and take them over to the Green Party.
Yeah.
I'll change affiliations. I don't think
Yeah.
I even have to have an affiliation when you vote in the general.
No, you can vote for whoever you want
Yeah.
because all the names are on the ballot.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, write in. Take your ink pen with you.
Yes.
They
Take a
actually
pen.
Gave me one. I was so disrespected. I felt disrespected when they gave me that paper bag.
Oh my gosh.
How do you walk in to a place with a
I gotta
Samsung
do like this.
with
Can
a
y'all see us?
Samsung S7 phone, and you hand me a piece of paper
a
and a
paper
folder?
ballot in a manila, what they call
In a
it,
manila
manila folder. How about they handed us a paper ballot in a manila folder?
I felt disrespected. I felt disrespected. I said, "What's this?" She was like,
Yes.
"That's your ballot." I said, "You lying?"
I was so
I gave it back
surprised.
to her.
I was surprised too, you guys. I could not believe they handed us a paper ballot. I couldn't believe it. And a pen to boot.
Mm.
They said, all right, now go to the little booth, the little paper booth.
I
they
said,
had.
"Don't y'all see? You gonna give me this?
Yes.
One of those scan things that we had in high school. Don't you
The
know? We're
Scantrons?
not good at taking testimony."
No. Which is also one of the major issues talked about.
Exactly. We're not good at doing these bubble
We're
things.
not good at the bubble thing. We're not good at the bubble. So yeah, I was highly mad at the Scantron yesterday at the polls.
And I remember from from school days that you were supposed to use a number 2 pencil. How you
Yes.
gonna give me an ink pen to fill in these bubbles? I think it was all fraudulent.
Yes.
I think they was counting votes and made sure that chick won.
Yeah.
It's a setup. And she had too much government support.
It's
I
crazy.
think it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to do something about it.
Yeah. Oh, how about the workers though that was working for the Catherine Pugh campaign? They showed up at one of the polls and didn't have any work. They did. They did. It was all on the news.
All I know is about them chicken boxes.
What? Oh yeah.
The chicken boxes on that bus. I heard. And they thought they was getting a check at the end of the
Yes,
night.
they did. They some of them got like half of what they were supposed to get because they were supposed to get $100 for showing up, but they
it's supposed to be volunteerism,
Right.
You're not supposed to be paying them,
to
do anything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, okay.
Man,
I
guess that opened up a can of worms, and then you're accountable for what you say you're going to do, and that's what people were upset
Unless you
about.
are an employee of the campaign, there's a
Right.
difference when you're taking a salary for doing work for the campaign. But paying people to do stuff for you is just buying votes.
Yeah.
On the low.
Mm-hmm. Sean
So
said a
$100.
mess.
How many times was that $100? And y'all tried to hold Sheila Dixon accountable for $2,500. I bet you it was more that she paid those people with chicken boxes.
A mess, Shonda. I agree. Yes, for real, for real.
They sitting in the back of that van.
Oh yeah. Kia said, "What if somebody messed up the bubble?" You know how you?
I did. Wait, Kia. I did. On the back of it, it was 7 people that you were supposed to. It was a list of 8 people, and it says pick 6.
Yeah.
And I picked 7.
Yeah.
So when he was doing it through the scan, he called me back like, "Oh, this ain't wrong." So I had to do it all over again. So that was the problem.
Right.
If it was a computerized system, the system would have said you picked too many, or it wouldn't have let you pick the 7th person.
Right.
And that would have made you go through one time. Although it wasn't nobody there, but it made the process faster.
Yeah.
They had no air on. It was 90 degrees outside.
It was hot.
And they was trying me.
Yeah.
They tried me with a felt tip pen. And I'm sick of it.
Kia said, "Can you see my face, y'all?" Girl, yes. I'm telling you, it was a hot mess. Look at Sanithia, she made the faces like for real. Like she put a whole bunch of tired faces on there. I know, a mess.
And what was up with everybody wearing red last night?
Oh, that was but that was for Sheila's campaign.
No, didn't Pew have on red too? At her
did she?
Let me look it up because I got
hers
her
is
on
blue.
Because I was fighting with people today on Facebook.
All right, y'all. We all of you guys who are listening in, we're getting ready to go on a break. You guys who are viewing on Facebook, stay put. We're not going nowhere. We just taking a little break. But you guys will be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
And along with some other between 1 and 8. I'll have more info on the actually not on the next show, but
I'm gonna be back here yesterday, which I was here. We could have,
y'all are joining our one break conversation. We was talking
like
about
early voting
just
stuff.
A whole bunch of crazy. And Monty was saying how he doesn't like the early voting stuff because it's like you still counting votes.
Because they already knew the results.
Right.
They already knew the results.
did.
If that's where that 100,000 people came from,
Yeah.
and only 4,000 to 5,000 people voted yesterday,
Yeah.
they already knew the results.
Right.
before those 5,000 people that went out yesterday, because no one was out there yesterday.
No, nobody was out at the polls yesterday. Nobody.
There was no traffic jams, none of that.
No. And I went around, and I'm saying this to y'all because I went around to something. Oh my goodness. Titus James, hey honey, just said Joe Biden for mayor. Joe Biden for mayor.
I'm just so sick.
That is so funny, right? Come on, he definitely would do.
This was immaculate selection.
Yes, absolutely.
Because this was selectionism at its best.
It was.
They chose who they wanted.
Yeah,
and they don't care if, like I said, if 80% of the vote that came out yesterday was in early voting, people could have came out early before yesterday. That's a setup.
Yeah,
I don't trust it.
Yeah, it was April 18th through 21st, and Robbie was even saying he didn't know about that. Really,
I knew about it. It was on the news.
Yeah.
It was on TV a lot. But I don't trust it, because did you also vote for the president? Because then that's why. Now that it's starting to make sense. That's why the numbers came out so fast for Trump and Hillary.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they said at 8:00 hit on the nose, and they already knew that Hillary won here and Trump won here, because they had all that stuff already counted.
Did.
All that stuff was already counted.
Right.
They already knew.
Well, if you ask me, here's my opinion. I think there was a huge push for early voting, which I thought was kind of strange.
I see y'all too.
Yeah, I thought it was. It was a huge push, even more than the actual day for voting, which was yesterday, which was April 26th. And I was shocked by that. I was like, wait a minute, So I kind of agree with you in terms of it being, pre-selection or selectionism at its best, because that was pushed more than anything else. And usually early voting is only put out there as an option for those who can't be here. And it's only just that, an option.
Right.
But they want people to actually come out on the day of. So I was very
that's how
shocked.
you're supposed to, exercise your right.
Yeah.
Is to do it on the day that's selected.
Right.
What's the point of selecting a day if you can do it early?
Yeah.
Everybody should have just did it when they wanted to.
Right. Exactly.
If you feel like doing it whenever you want to, you just do it whenever you want to. I'm going to go vote right now.
Right. Right. Just pick up and go and vote. Yeah. I thought it was strange.
Was rigged.
Yeah.
And I'm telling everybody.
Yeah.
This was a setup and y'all fell for it.
Yeah. I think at Kia, she said y'all can write in. Y'all can write in too.
And they pumped the number up so big because of what happened at the last election where that chick down there is in there.
Oh yeah.
It's because only like 40,000 people came up. Now it's 100,000 people that was voting in this one for mayor. They tried to pump that number up to make it seem like they really got that vote. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't either. Yes.
Catherine Pugh ran last time and y'all didn't want her in office. So why would it be such a big thing to get her in there now?
Right.
Please, she's no better.
Yeah.
They all friends.
They are. I was surprised. I was looking at all of the people that was at her, I guess, her victory speech. And I looked at that panel or the podium, and I was like, wow. She had Kwasi and Fume up there. She had Elijah Cummings. She had Nick Mosley wasn't up there, but she had.
He was at the party though. I seen a picture. Yeah.
He was okay, but he was up there. Pastor Jamal Bryant was up there with her as a supporter. It was a lot of.
And y'all drugged Donna Edwards through the mud.
I don't like to go into who I voted for, but I was in favor of her.
For her.
I was in favor for Donna Edwards.
Her through the mud.
Yes,
it was a disappointment the way she lost.
She did, by a large margin, she lost. I was like, we're gonna talk about that.
I washed all my makeup off and came to the podium like, you bastard. All of y'all are disrespectful.
I cannot believe
it. Her party voted for her. Everybody that was at the party are the ones that voted.
That was
for her.
it. That's just a handful of people. Yeah, I was surprised. Well, she came in a distant second.
She was the front runner like a month ago.
Right.
She was in the lead, but the way she lost.
It's Chris Van Hollen.
But I like him though. I'm not saying I don't like him because he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
But she's been marketing this
for a minute
position for over a year.
Yes.
Going on Bill Maher,
Yeah.
going on all the big primetime shows, being on CNN, being a contributor on CNN and MSNBC.
Right.
And to lose like that.
Yeah, by a large margin. She was a distant second. A distant second for Donna
The seat
Edwards.
that she already had, she should have just kept it.
That's what you get in that Mobile and take you a real long vacation somewhere.
I just want to learn what was behind her loss, because they were running for Barbara Mikulski's seat, who had that seat since
forever,
the early 1700s. So she was a pioneer in that seat too.
She was
very strong, and it was a
Female.
surprise, a shock to everybody that she didn't die in that seat.
Yeah,
because she's held it for so long, and she's fought the struggle for everybody in Maryland for so long.
Yes, she did.
And for a male to get the seat
Mm-hmm.
was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It was
I
very
think so.
interesting.
You know what else I think? She was very bold. If you ever watched her, like if you ever watched
she's strong.
C-SPAN and all of those things like that, I'm not saying that that's the best, but C-SPAN, they do televise a lot of conferences and stuff that happen in Washington. And if you ever watched her on there, she is a beast. She was never afraid. She would get up there, make her plea, and you know, whatever issue she had for Maryland, she would bring it forward, and she was bold about doing that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So she definitely fought for Maryland, and she was strong, and people respected her. They did. So
she was very strong. That was a strong woman.
Yeah.
She is a strong woman. She did.
Yeah, no, she
She
is
a
strong. Even though, yeah. Shonda said, absolutely agree. I love her. Yeah, she was awesome. Oh my gosh. Why Titus said I voted for all black names. He said if he didn't know, he was like all the names that sounded black, those are the ones he voted for.
When it got to the judges, I was like,
yeah,
I'm going to fight. I'm voting for everybody that had Clinton next to it.
Right. Yes, right. But y'all, we can go on break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk more about this. And you know, I thank y'all for all of y'all reactions. I love it. Keep it coming.
I'm not a Bernie Sanders supporter. Throw
Yeah,
rocks.
me either. Sorry. But you know,
throw rocks.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah!
Let's rock this jungle.
Yeah!
Fresh air,
What a glorious morning.
clean water,
Woohoo! This is great.
and endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're
believe
going to
this.
do is turn onto
Marcy
Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right. That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Very interesting.
Hello, everybody. We're back live on the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com, keeping up our conversation about yesterday's Maryland primary elections, which no one turned out to hardly, even though the media tells us over 100,000 people turned out. But as Monty and I both said, there were crickets at the locations that we went to.
I just thought about something else, because at 8 o'clock, like I said, CNN had already said Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton won Maryland, and Donald Trump won all 5 of the primary states, and Hillary Clinton won 4, and Bernie won 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at 8 o'clock. But the whole entire time, the precincts weren't closed.
No, they weren't.
They stayed open
Some
till 9.
actually that's what I was about to say. They
Yeah.
stayed open till 9.
So why are y'all announcing stuff about Maryland and we still out here voting? Oh, because there wasn't nobody in line?
No.
I got it.
It was crickets. It was. I'm over here coughing and laughing
There
because
was no one there from 8 to 9.
it wasn't.
I don't even know why y'all stayed open. Talking about was some miscommunication. It was a miscommunication that y'all cheated us in this vote.
Yeah.
That's what the miscommunication was. You are a liar.
Yeah, I don't know what we going to do. November is going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
November is going to be so interesting, you guys.
The thing too with this Catherine Pugh thing, she doesn't have to actually campaign anymore.
No, she basically won.
If you look at the Republican, like I said, the Republican had 4,000 votes to have 45,000
Yes,
votes.
this is a
She got to campaign for?
state.
All the money that she spent so far, she can just keep it.
Yeah, you know what I
Back and
heard
chill.
on the news that the Democratic vote to the Republican vote is 2-1 in Maryland. So we have, of course, way more Democratic.
This is the Democratic
Yeah, this
city
is-
inside
this
of a
is-
Democratic
right.
state
So the
with a
votes are 2-1.
Republican governor.
Yeah,
How'd that work out?
it's confusion. We
No.
saw how that worked out
Wasn't
a
just
year ago
confusion.
during the
That sounds
uprising.
like another setup.
Yeah, that's true. The last year you could tell because Governor Hogan and Stephanie Rawlings Blake last year during the Baltimore uprising, they butt heads so badly. It was crazy.
I call these snafus. They're like a stench.
Mm-hmm.
And the stench is called Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened yesterday, it smelled just like a Hogan.
Yeah.
It did.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Well, actually, oh my God, I can't
Because
remember.
that's a
I'm calling
Maryland
it.
thing.
Yeah.
The election board is a Maryland thing.
Okay.
And when they changed back over to paper ballots, well, just a couple years ago, we was using an electronic system. So why would we go back?
Yeah.
You spent all that money for them.
Right.
Why would you go back?
Mhm.
You had to buy them
Mm-hmm.
with our tax-paying dollars. Why would we go? Why would you use all those trees?
Mm-hmm.
And this supposed to be a green state.
Yeah.
And you killed all those trees.
This is a green state. Do y'all see any evidence of that? When we say green, we mean environmentally friendly.
We recycle
energy
every Tuesday through
saving,
Friday.
Recycling.
That's what we do. We recycle everything.
Mhm.
They don't want to recycle bags, so they make us forced to carry paper bags so our milk could be strewn all across the parking lot.
Mhm.
But it's okay.
Titus says, I keep saying Trump is a setup for Hillary to become president.
It is.
They're
It
friends.
is. And I'm taking the setup and I'm gonna run with it because I want her in office. I
Yeah.
actually do.
Yeah. I think
It's her turn.
I do. I believe that, and I think she will fight really hard for this country.
I think it's her
and she-
turn, and plus
yeah.
there's no alternative because
Yeah.
I just can't believe in fairy tales and magic that Bernie. I believe it's not the right show.
I know.
It's not the right show for what
Y'all have to tune into the Talk Lately show, May the 17th. You guys have to make sure you tune in. It's at 7 o'clock,
They are
right?
around about the same age. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay, all
They
right,
are
all right.
around about the same
This
age.
is juicy, y'all.
But
Woo,
I
this is
feel
juicy.
as though if he gets in office, that's where he's never going to leave.
Okay.
Like he's going to die there.
Who,
And it's
Bernie?
yes.
Oh yeah.
I believe that that's where it's going to.
Okay, what? That's not inappropriate.
He just looked like George Washington.
Oh, Bernie is really old.
He's old, but
He is
he's only like 5 years older than Hillary.
Really?
But she looks so much healthier.
Yeah.
Every time, and I just can't.
That's
I just
not
can't for 4
inappropriate.
years. For 4 years, I cannot look at that bottom row of teeth.
Oh, Bernie.
Not for 4 years. Not for 4 years.
Okay, see, I'm gonna need Bernie though too, though.
He don't use his bottom lip.
Right. I'm gonna need Bernie to get a tailor for his clothes, because why his suits always like two sizes?
He got old man body, so he can't fill his suits out, so they're just baggy all over.
Why? Titus said, "Wait, what?"
Just watch him in an interview. It's gonna be this. I want free college. I want free college.
Can y'all see that? Do that again.
I want free college. You don't use that bottom lip.
I wish all y'all that's listening, y'all got go on Facebook, right? And look up Naomi Rudissoap around. Okay, you're gonna see this live video of us on here cutting up.
You don't use that bottom lip.
No.
I'm getting ready to pull up a video.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
We got a
yeah,
computer
yeah.
Right there, too.
Oh, yeah, we do. Run it.
You don't use that bottom lip. He was on CNN this morning.
I gotta do this. We get ready to pull it up. Hold on. y'all get to hear it. We might let y'all hear it, but we gotta let y'all see it.
It's a mess.
Bernie Sanders on the campaign trail. What we gonna put in here?
Hey, just pull up an interview. A
Okay.
Bernie Sanders interview.
Okay.
You'll see it. You use that.
We gonna
bottom
pull
lip.
up a Bernie Sanders interview for y'all
And
live.
it just looks like it's just a lot of saliva in his mouth too. Like it's very spitty.
Yeah. Why Shonda say y'all are killing me? The lip though. Right. Bernie Sanders interview.
If I could believe it, I would vote for him. But I can't believe it. I can't.
Yeah.
If we can't have free healthcare, we can't have free college. I want healthcare with college. I'm
Right.
sorry, because I want to live.
Right. You need that. Healthcare is so unaffordable for so many people. It really is. People,
Especially when the people, 75% of Americans don't get ill. They just need treatment.
right. Or if you can get preventative healthcare,
Mhm.
that is key. Preventative healthcare.
I'm surprised though. We all know that Canada has free healthcare. Like
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't a mass exodus out of the United States for that, to go to Canada, get that free healthcare. Because if I got sick, that's where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
First, no, I can't pay a copay.
Yeah.
I'm crossing the border. I give up. I convert. Whatever it's called, I'm out of here. I exit this
What they
place.
say? Reports show that there was a increase in passport purchases because of Donald Trump.
I don't think I would leave America because he only gets 4 years. I just probably would travel a lot.
Right.
Out of the country.
Yeah.
I would travel a lot. I would travel so much that they probably would think I was a terrorist.
Oh, right.
Think about it. Because I would just be going and coming, going and coming, going and coming. And they would probably
They be like, wait a minute, what's his MO? We got to track him down. What is going on? All this in and out.
I keep coming back
Right.
to see if everything was set back right. Or
Oh,
that Donald Trump quit.
My sister Sandra is on here. Hey, happy birthday. Belated birthday, actually. Happy birthday to you. We're on Facebook Live and my
time is
sister
it?
joined. You like my vocals? Happy birthday to you. Like that vibrato. All right, so we pulling up this Bernie Sanders interview. If I can ever, you know what? Let me go on YouTube.
Just go. Oh, are you there right now? What's that? What's
no,
that
this
search?
is just Google.
Okay. Just pull up any video. Go to
All right, right here.
at the top of Google and click on videos.
Okay, here we go. We getting a video for y'all.
Mhm. And just click on that one right there where he's on the debate.
I'm gonna flip the screen around.
No, go back.
Which one?
It was a YouTube one
All right, let me go back.
where he was on the debate.
Oh, here it goes. All
No,
right.
keep going down. That one
Oh,
right
no,
there.
this one. All right, let me go back. Here we go. Hold on. All right,
That
we
one right
getting
there.
it.
Mhm.
All right.
'Cause it's
So we
real-
get ready to pull up this video
It's
on
real.
YouTube.
Oh no, that's a CBS. Look for YouTube.
It's a YouTube. It's right here now. We get ready to pull up one. Real time with Bill
That's probably one. His probably hanging.
interview with Senator Bernie.
Click that one.
But this
Let's
was in
look at it.
October. But it doesn't
still
matter.
doesn't matter. That
All
link
right.
still didn't work.
So if y'all can't see it. For y'all that's on air, go to YouTube and look up Real Time with Bill Maher, and that's M-A-A. Bill Maher. Real Time with Bill Maher. Interview with Senator Bernie Sanders. Look that up on YouTube. We getting ready to pull it up here on the show. So y'all can see the lip.
Blow it up.
Y'all know we are cutting up terrible on the Being Inspired radio show.
He gonna get to talking and them teeth gonna be out.
Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all that are tuned in live, we getting ready to turn it around so y'all can see it. Can y'all see?
Free college.
It's not turned up though. Wait a minute, hold on.
Interesting smile.
we commentating. Uh-oh. Here we go. We waiting for him to answer the question.
They don't even probably have to see it because they know what I'm talking about. Them bottom teeth be there.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Can y'all see it? Wait a minute. We get ready to show him.
That's why he ain't talking much. He's trying to make sure that mouth dry.
Yeah.
You give me one word answers.
Could y'all see it?
I know it's an optics thing because he knows exactly what he does.
Okay, here you go.
Look in the bottom teeth.
Can y'all see the bottom teeth? Y'all can't see it hear it out there, or see it on Be Inspired Radio Show land. Can you?
No, this ain't a good one. This is probably when he was younger.
He said.
He looked like he was a good 50-something right
Y'all
there.
go out there and do y'all research and look it up. Bernie Sanders.
Let me hold that keyboard. I'll find one.
All right, we got Monty going to look up one. But everybody has their preferences.
In the mouse.
Everybody has their preferences of who they voted for and who they picked. Everybody has their preferences. So, you know, some people I know a lot of young people are pro Bernie Sanders, and you have a lot of people who are pro Hillary and pro everything else. Like, I was surprised. Me and my husband were riding down the street one day, and we saw all these people on the corner with these Trump signs, like vote for Trump. Woohoo! Vote for Trump! Woohoo! And I was like, no. You know, so, but there is a lot of controversy going on right now in the whole election process. A lot of people are questioning everything, but that's why it's important to get out and vote. You absolutely have to. You have to vote. You have to let your voice be heard. Go to town hall meetings when there are debates and stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one. Oh my goodness. Wait. Can y'all see that?
Look, like he's gonna spit on the camera. All right, that's okay. He's a nice guy though. I just can't believe in his policies.
Did y'all see it?
He got y'all snowed. I mean, like people were saying to me like they were voting for him because he marched with Martin Luther King, and you know, he was involved with the civil rights and all that kind of stuff. What does that matter?
Right. Well, what can he do now?
What is that going to do now?
Right.
Like, you can't change people's mind. If they're racist, they're going to be racist.
Yeah.
At this point, all you can do is wait for them to die and have children that know better.
Right. And this generation definitely is more inclusive than
ever before.
Yeah, it's true. Way more inclusive. So
I mean, you got those that have experienced some form of racism because that person that was showing them that racism thought they were better than them. But then you have to just change the narrative and be better than them.
Right. Yes.
Because you don't have to be around that person.
No.
You don't have to be with them. Move.
Yeah.
If it's about your safety, you move.
Right. You have
if it's about your employment, get another job.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to work for a racist. That's what I'm not going to do.
No.
I mean, you got to have some kind of standards for yourself.
Oh my goodness. We coming up on a break, but we'll be back. Oh, Titus James says Trump supporters are like Golden State Warrior fans where they come from. That's the truth. Oh my goodness. All right. So we can ready to go on a break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk some more. We are going to have
Sanders is on the screen.
a debate not a debate, but a forum with our young people that are going to be talking about their experience at the polls yesterday. So that should be interesting. We had a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters with the youth. So we get to hear from them tonight at 8:30. So you got to make sure you tune in. You got to make sure you stay tuned. All right. Only on the Be Expired radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com. I got to stop. I'm all tongue twisted. Not good.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Be Inspired radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. We are back and in effect. Thank you to everybody who's been viewing and on Facebook Live. Thank you guys, everybody who's been giving their input. We have been cutting up. We got Monty in here. He's so funny. He talk about the wrinkle in his forehead. I have a couple of them. Look, see, he's like trying to get rid of that. We were talking about that at work. We were talking about how it's. Oh no, let me tell you who we were really talking about. We was talking about Little Kim. Did y'all see the pictures? Like, why she's so light?
I don't know why she likes.
We was like, she could have that same. That's exactly what we said. She had the same issue Michael Jackson had.
I don't know. She just got really, really light.
Yeah.
All of it, like after having a baby, she just got light.
I don't know.
Maybe it's from the baby.
I don't know. What y'all think? Do you think Little Kim bleached her skin? A lot of people think that A lot of people do.
Not that I care. I mean, do what you want to do to make yourself feel happy. Because that's the only thing she could be doing. We on air.
Yeah, we on
That's
air.
the only reason why she could be doing it to make herself feel happy.
Yeah. I just hope that if it's a self-esteem issue, that of course I can't judge anybody, but
I don't believe it would be a self-esteem issue.
Yeah,
because she's one of the people that has the most self-esteem out there. The stuff that comes out of her mouth
when she's performing
music.
Yeah,
right.
But she might not in her appearance. Right.
But who are you trying to turn into?
Right. I don't know.
That's the thing. Remember what I said about Magic?
Yeah. Yeah.
No bueno.
But yeah, we just gotta, I don't know.
Just gotta breathe.
But anyway, we were talking about the voting fiasco on yesterday. Well, I was glad to see that a lot of people on my social media page voted. I saw a lot of pictures of people that posted pictures of themselves at the polls, and that meant a lot. So big ups to everybody who was able to make it out there. If you,
that's my new bar.
Rumba,
everybody, check me out.
Lounge.
If you come there, I'll buy you nothing.
Yeah, right. Wrong show, like he always say. Wrong show. But they do have food.
Mm-hmm.
They got what is this? It's called Rumba
Tropical Lounge.
They're
actually trying to get rid of. I don't know if they're trying to stop using the
It's
Rumba
backwards.
part.
Yeah.
It's actually not. When you
when
look
you
at
look
it, it comes out
Oh,
the
it
right
has
way.
it looking like it's backwards on here. But can y'all see that? Rumba Tropical Lounge.
That's my new night spot and happy hour spot.
Yeah.
We're gonna start doing little things there in the upcoming weeks and days.
And for all my Be Inspired family who do not drink like me, they got food, and I love
it's
to
a
eat.
restaurant too.
There's a restaurant there, so we
Cuban food.
Yes, if you like Cuban food,
they got this sandwich. I think it's on the back.
Let me see.
It's called the. Oh wait, I
got it. Here it is.
No, it's not that one.
If you want to take your boo out on a date or something, go to the Rumba Tropical Lounge. And Shonda, if you still watching, maybe we'll go, our husbands and us, go on a double date to the Rumba
It's
Tropical
called the.
Lounge.
They're open till 1 a.m. every night.
Oh, 1 a.m.
7 days a week.
Oh, yeah. So check them out.
It's called the Sandwich Cubano. It's $10. It's a slow roasted pork with Swiss cheese, pickles, mayonnaise, ham on a toasted artisanal bread.
Nice.
It's really, really good.
Nice. I like
I had that the other day. It was really, really good. It's like a panini. It's like they toast the whole entire thing.
Oh my.
It's like a dream.
They got some good stuff on here. Pollo. What's this? Pollo?
And if you went Maryland high school.
Yeah.
So you know about ketchup and mayonnaise.
Right.
In high school.
Mhm.
So they serve that.
My husband know. He used to eat that. I didn't. He went to Randallstown.
So they do the,
See, that's why he know about that. That's exactly.
They serve that with the fries, ketchup and mayonnaise.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Sandra told me to roll my R when I say rumba. Rumba. Did I do it right? Rumba.
Yes, ketchup and mayonnaise at Randallstown.
Hey, Titus, you remember ketchup and mayonnaise?
At Randallstown.
At Randallstown?
Yeah, if he went to Randallstown, he knows all about ketchup and mayonnaise.
Right. He talked about it. That's how I knew. I was like, wait a minute. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Wait a minute. Randallstown.
That was a big thing in the cafeteria.
Yeah, with your French fries.
Dip your pizza in it.
Oh my gosh.
Get your cheeseburger, dip it in your ketchup and mayonnaise.
That's so good, ketchup and mayonnaise. Listen.
That's what they serve with the fries, though.
So I just say that was close enough when I say rumba. So I just say that was close enough when I said rumba.
Rumba.
Umani did it better than me, man.
Now say this one though.
Okay, which one is that? Chimariki. Oh, chimariki. Chimariki. Oh, what's that? Dominican style burger. So if you go to Rumba bar and restaurant, you got to get the chimariki.
Chimariki.
All right, that's
Chimariki.
Make sure you tell them that. You got to say it just like that too. Chimariki and show all your teeth. Chimariki like that.
I got them adding more stuff to the menu too. It's going to be
we can
like
go on break,
burgers and things like that. Stuff that not everybody eats Cuban food, but I don't like a taco. There's a list of tacos on here, but
break time, you guys. When we come back, guess what? We got our youth forum, so you have to stay tuned. Okay, on the Be Inspired radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah, I gotta go home.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback on Gangsta Goddess radio show.
Are you going to read the text?
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited. So tell me who it's from and let's talk about it.
All right, so one of them only has a name on it. So Crystal in Baltimore says, if he has a side chick, then I want a side dude. Hell, we could all double date. Let's share these crabs.
No, don't share the crabs. Oh. Crystal from Be More, you are out of control.
I thought she meant like for the food crabs. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh no.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She mean that other crab.
I'm sorry to hear that. But that's okay. That's why you're here, to learn from the Gangsta Goddess.
Right.
So no, it is crabs because what? you get diseases. It is 2016.
And not just transmitted, sexual transmitted ones. You get mental diseases.
Say that. Oh my goodness.
That dumb in love thing. I'm not saying at least herpes got a.
You might be able to take some Valtrex, and the commercial make it look fun, don't it? You take this Valtrex, you will be up a mountain somewhere, letting the breeze. Valtrex, you will be up a mountain somewhere, letting the breeze.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something, and oh wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow, busy me. So anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs.
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
All right, y'all. You're listening to the Be Inspired radio show only on BeExposedRadio.com. We have been cutting up all afternoon, all night, talking about, wait a minute, let me get that frog out my throat. Hold on 1 second.
Get out of here, you frog.
That is so not right. But we have been talking about the elections on yesterday, the Maryland primary elections, and we've been talking about it all afternoon about our experience and some of the things that we noticed. So right now, we have Dr. D in the studio with us, Breaking Barriers with Dr. D. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And thank you, those of you who are out in Be Exposed, Be Inspired Radio Land. We are just so happy to be here tonight on Breaking Barriers. And we are actually culminating our April dedication to youth in our forum, which has gone on for the last 4 Wednesdays. And I think that our youth have done a fabulous job. I think they do deserve a hand. Well, that's right. That's right.
I tried.
We have in our studio returning Miss CJ and Miss BJ that are here to help us to debrief on what has transpired as a result of the elections yesterday. We also have Miss V and Miss I, who I believe should be on the line by now. If not, they'll be on the line pretty soon. But we just want to jump right into it to just get your opinion about the outcome of the elections yesterday. Who wants to go first? B comes before C. BJ.
I had a great time voting yesterday. I had a great time voting yesterday. I thought it was a good experience. My first time voting ever. Hold on 1 second, you guys.
There you go.
We're getting it together so we can make sure we're here. Okay, there we go. I had a good time voting yesterday. It was a good experience. I had a nice time. It was, well, I already knew who I was voting for when I went in there, but it was a hard decision, but a good decision.
Okay. Miss CJ.
I'm disappointed.
Okay.
The person that I voted for did not win.
Okay. Talk to us
win.
about it.
Yeah. I'm surprised as well. Simply because I know that the majority of the people that I know personally and people I know who voted, we all voted for the same person. So I'm just like, where is... I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone right now.
Okay, but you bring up a good point. When you vote, some people have the idea that, well, what's the use of voting if the person that I vote for does not get elected? So, I mean, what do we do with that? Because there is a little dissonance there, and I'm hearing a little disappointment about the whole process and the building up.
She just mad.
How do we deal with that?
She just mad.
Okay, so she's mad.
I'm assuming y'all voted for different people.
Yes, we did.
Y'all did? Okay,
Yeah,
they voted
we did.
They voted for different people. Can you see the tension?
There you go. There you go. And it's so civil. No one's fighting. It's just wonderful. They're just a nice little disagreement. It's beautiful. However, but it does bring up the question of, well, what's the use? Because many people do feel like, well, again, I have no voice, I have no power. What is the use of getting all geared up for this and then end up, in a sense, feeling like I lost? What do we do with that?
You don't lose. You never lose. You gain.
Okay.
I feel as though even if Bernie Sanders is not president, with Obama being out of office, I feel like a lot is still going to be going on with Obama's, Big Brother movement, things like that. Bernie Sanders will probably work with him. A lot of positivity and a lot of positive things are going to still happen regardless if he's in office or not.
So change still can take place, even if we don't see it exactly the way we want. And I think that's a very important point. And change does begin with voting in terms of politics. And again, the millennials who you all are, I would like to say I am, but I'm old enough to be your mother, perhaps your grandmother, who knows? Anyway, but the millennials were the deciding factor in Obama, President Obama coming into office. And if I'm hearing it correctly, we do discern, despite all of the criticisms of President Obama, that the reality is change did take place.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you feel, Miss BJ? You were saying about the fact that change took place. Talk to us about, elaborate on that a little bit more.
I feel like whoever you pick, it don't matter. As long as we picking the right person who gonna make things better for us. No matter who they is, because they all fighting for the same thing. It just, we try to get the person we don't want in office out by going to vote. And that helps a lot.
Well, speaking of it, okay, let's say we deal with the individual who does say, well, I quit. I tried. I went out and voted. I did this, that, and the third, as y'all say. And the result was I didn't get what I wanted. Talk to me about that from an emotional point of view, maturity-wise. So what does it take to be a good voter from the standpoint of emotional maturity and not getting your way?
I think it takes not giving up to start with, because a lot of us, we get together and we talk about, okay, let's all vote for the presidential things and that stuff like that. But it's parents that's not even involved in things going on with their kids at school. And they're not going to those type of meetings, and they're not going to the regular court meetings and stuff like that. And then everybody get mad when immediately in our own neighborhood things are changing and we're not having no say-so and small things like that.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. When we go back to this issue of power, the O in power means own the opportunity that, Dr. Martin Luther King said it is just as erroneous, or it's an error in thinking to believe that God will do everything while we do nothing, as it is to believe we can do everything to solve our problems while God does nothing. That it is this collaborative effort, which means I've got to get up and do something. And again, we've talked about Black Lives Matter. We've talked about Freddie Gray. We've talked about the Baltimore uprising, and how all of that relates many times for many people to trauma, stress, powerlessness, and being disconnected. So if I'm in the pit, the question is, how do I get out of it? And is it that I expect sit around and wait for other people to do something, or are there some things that I need to do? BJ, what do you have to say about that?
You gotta get out there and do it yourself. You can't wait. I mean, why wait when it's right there for you? I mean, we lack taking chances. We wait. We rather let things come to us than to go get it. And you gotta be go-getters. You gotta go get it.
I mean, money ain't gonna flow in. It ain't gonna grow on trees, and we can go outside and pick it. We gotta make it. Invest into it. So you gotta get up and do something with your life. You can't wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I heard the phrase they say is called tie your camel, and what it just means is if you have, it's kind of backdated, but if you have an animal, you know, and you outside and you feel like, okay, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna pray that when I wake up in the morning, it's gonna still be here.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tie it, you gotta hold it, you get what I'm saying? You gotta put some type of action, even though you still have faith, you gotta make some type of next move. The same way we went out and we did all of this for Freddie Gray, and you see that it may not happen right now, the results that we're looking for, but eventually it's gonna happen. And everything that we're looking for. And it's like, what we don't realize is we all chasing the result. But throughout this, so much positive things have happened already.
Including you all being here in the studio,
Right.
which you all have done a fabulous job. I cannot say it enough. That's right. You all have done a fabulous job. And so moving forward then, we talked about get up and do. We talked about you can't sit back on your laurels. You can't be depressed and disappointed because it didn't take place in the timing or in the order that you said. So moving forward, what should our voters, especially our youth, our millennials, be doing between now and November? We have elected as the Democratic leader, our Miss Catherine Pugh for mayor. And we have in the presidential candidate, it looks like it's going to be Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, which some people feel like they are not happy with either one. But the reality is this is what we're dealing with. So this is what we have to work with. Where do we go moving forward between now and November? All right, CJ.
I'm thinking that the question is what, not only that, but is no real finalization in any I don't know, anything that has to do with politics, because at every step we could change the outcome. At every step, like the same way people are trying to get it so that Trump is not even allowed to be running in presidency, that could easily fall through. You get what I'm saying? Then somebody has to step in his place. Not only that, but then they become president, and who's to say how long they're going to be there?
Right. That's one thing. I think since Theodore Roosevelt, which was way before your time and sort of before my time, but he he was in his presidency for 3 terms. And it's after that they decided that presidents could only be in office for 2 terms. And there probably is a benefit to that because with change, there needs to be some flexibility in the way the system is. So what I'm hearing is that even if your person doesn't get in right now, it doesn't mean for a lifetime.
The same with Hillary. This is not her first time running.
Right.
We can't forget that. So the same thing, Bernie Sanders can run again, and we can still have that same faith. We can still believe in that same change, and it'll happen.
Very good. Very good. Well, I want to say something. First of all, we welcome other youth to get involved with our discussion tonight. We have a few more minutes. We are on Be Exposed Radio, and it is the Be Inspired show, Breaking Barriers. You may call in live at 410-702-5657, 410-702-5657, or you may text your comment at 443-642-9403. That's 443-642-9403. Do we have somebody on the line? I know we were expecting a couple of our guests to be on the line. Maybe they didn't make it, but I think that BJ and CJ are doing a great job in dealing with this. I was talking a little bit with CJ earlier, and she has her feelings about our presidential leader, who is Hillary Clinton. And we were dealing a little bit with Hillary Clinton as a candidate in light of her history. And talk to me a little bit, Ms. CJ, about some of your concerns want to hear a little bit of content here, and then I'll give some feedback.
My number one concern is people automatically believing, okay, she's been in office, she's been around, so she knows. But she's been in office around what time in the public history as far as society? What good has she put towards society while she's been there? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not as president, but been a part in every way from her husband being there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From working with Obama administration and everything. She's been there so long, but what has she done personally to help African American people, women, minorities? What has she put forth? And that's not being asked in the debates. Those type of things aren't being addressed. It's, oh, are you against Trump? It's like, why am I still hearing about arguments between political people? Why is this a talk show?
So you feel like it's more of she's in a privileged position,
Right.
and by virtue, just sort of by default, she is at an advantage. BJ, what are your thoughts about that?
I think she deserved it. Hillary deserved it. I mean, don't too many people want to sit in there, but hey, she there. But I want to get some feedback what this CJ just said. Hillary, yeah, she been around Obama. We can't always just say what she gonna do for us. We in Maryland, we in Baltimore City. That's what we have a mayor for. We got a president and a vice president to pass laws, legislators. But we can't always blame them for our city issues when they're president. That's why we got a mayor. That's why we vote for a mayor.
Well, on that topic, what are your thoughts about the fact that we have our mayor, or that looks like it's likely to be Catherine Pugh? I mean, it may not, but it looks like she has a very good chance. What are your thoughts about it?
I voted for Catherine.
I voted for Catherine Pugh.
So y'all
too.
won, right?
Yeah, we won.
Y'all
we
were
won.
united on that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock Hillary. I'm not gonna knock Sheila Dixon. I can't knock her. She was a good mayor before, but she had a downfall, and so much people won't forget it. I mean, you can't blame us for not forgiving you because you did something and you lost trust within the city.
And I feel like everything that she believes in, she can still believe in that without being a mayor.
Okay.
So you can still do those works without being a mayor, but
Right.
somebody new.
That's like achieving goals. Yeah, achieving goals without nobody supporting you.
You know what else I noticed? I noticed that Catherine Pugh has gained trust with youth.
Yes,
which I think really has won her this opportunity. And I agree, Sheila had her chance. Basically, that's what I've been hearing. I'm not, and I don't live in Baltimore City anymore, but I had the chance to actually meet. We on break. Goodness. All right, you guys, when we come back, we're gonna finish out the conversation. That's how you know it's good. But come back to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
But I had a chance to.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
TGIW, everybody. Welcome to the.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Welcome back. You're on the Be Inspired radio show, where we are in our Breaking Barriers segment, dealing with where to go from here. Since the election, in our youth forum, we have our wonderful guests, BJ and CJ. I'm missing Miss V and Miss I. They were supposed to be on via telephone, but they may have gotten a problem with their connection. We were talking during the break about the matter of where do we go from here? What has been learned thus far? BJ, I'm interested in one of your comments because you actually were working at the polls, and that's awesome. Tell us what you learned and what do we need to do better?
The lack of people who came to vote, it was empty, I can say. But I actually seen a lot of Spanish people walk through, and their English wasn't good. And we couldn't get them out to vote because they didn't understand. And that's why I think it's good for the city to get out here and to speak to those folks, to draw them in, because they don't understand what's going on. They just walking around not knowing because the lack of what they know, and they don't know English. Why build schools and mix them with African Americans who speak English with Spanish kids who don't speak no English, with teachers who speak English?
So in other words, our schools need to match, be compatible with what we call demographics. If we have a certain amount of African Americans versus a certain amount of Latinos, versus a certain amount of Caucasians, Asians, there should be a representation within the school to meet all of their needs.
Yeah.
Very important, because we live in a diverse culture. It is becoming more and more of a melting pot. And we as a people, and I'm talking about African Americans, know what it feels like to not have a voice. That's why we're talking about voting, and to sort of be forgotten, our needs being sort of overlooked. So I really appreciate that part. I want to deal with another side to that, but what did you learn through this whole process, CJ, and what is it that could change or could we do better?
I learned a lot about understanding the bigger picture to everything that all the decisions that we make as far as politics go, and not only is it causing people to kind of like lose focus, but it's also it's giving them, it's taking away hope when you don't get what you want, right? But then it's like, you got to continue to be faithful to whatever it is you want among constant trials going against you. And like, not just in politics, but everyday like situations in our neighborhood. Because even at the polls, they were saying, like, if you were unaffiliated, your ballot was automatically Republican. So it's like, So now I'm coming all the way out here to vote, and now the stuff that I'm thinking I want to vote for, I can't vote for. So now I don't even want to vote. Now I'm going all the way home. I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm telling everybody about a bad situation. I had the voting polls. Now the friends, I'm telling them they don't want to go. So
and add to that the fact that, oh, this was the first time that I actually came out to vote. A lot of people came out to vote because of the Baltimore uprising last year, because of the Freddie Gray situation. And they're like, oh, snap, I'm going to get out here and use my power and make some change. So, you know, what you're talking about, that level of disappointment can even be deepened when we deal with the fact that I was forced, I tried, and then basically I was kicked down. And the word that comes to mind is perseverance. And I think that that's a very important piece to this. I kind of want to contrast that a little because, again, we said one of the fundamental underlying problems that really was driving the Baltimore uprising was an issue of power and the sense of powerlessness. We do have a call and I'm going to just say this real quickly, but you've got power that you use in an aggressive way that gives you immediate results, and then you have power that moves in an assertive way that may take time and perseverance. We have a call.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
Doing fine. Who am I speaking with?
Chancellor Torbett. To this afternoon, I was able to meet with the young ladies at the restaurant, and I heard that they was going to be on the radio, and I wanted to call. I was a mayor candidate that ran in Baltimore City.
Awesome. Let's give him a hand, please. Oh, my goodness. We're so honored. Please, yes, let's hear from you.
Yes, I was actually, I'm very excited and encouraged that we have positive young people today in our community within Baltimore City. And most of all, when I was touched is the level of respect that they have for the political game right now. And looking into all of that, sorry, I'm actually leaving from a conference, but more than anything, they was trying to bring something over to me. I apologize about that, but more than anything, I was just honored to say that our future looked really bright. Speaking to these young ladies, and that's why I got involved, to show that we as young people can be involved into our community, and what we do today affects our future. So I was calling them and just addressing that fact. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to listen to the radio or listen to the whole entire show, but I thank them for making me aware that they was going to be on today.
Oh, we've got to have you come in. We've definitely got to have you. We're so honored that we have even one of the individuals, the candidates that was running. But you embody what we've been talking about, and that is you set out for a goal, a huge goal. And then the result of it is that it's not exactly what you wanted, which obviously would have been to be the nominee. Talk to us about where you go from here. How does one cope with setting out for a goal and it not turning out exactly the way you want it?
Okay, clearly, this is how I see it. It's a mindset, and it's encouraging to know when you inflict with one another as we coincide with each other, we know that we want to change, make a change into our future. That is where you build on. You build onto that you build onto that and you go forward because you know that you're positive thinking. That's how I'm going from my standpoint. Being involved, I truly know that I can see that change can happen in Baltimore. And moving on that, I know that as successfully being out here and involving people hearing from you, it's tough, but you have to believe in yourself first. Is primarily what I'm saying.
I think that's a wonderful. I think that's a wonderful segue. We definitely want to stay in touch.
I want to say one more thing.
Do you have?
And real quick,
time?
Y'all have fun? For me to
Yeah,
say
we
one
do.
more thing?
We got about 1 minute.
1
so
minute. You can go ahead.
About
Oh,
30
okay.
seconds.
Well,
30
just quick
seconds.
second. It's strong to have. It's very important to have a strong support system. But if you don't have your self-best interest, then your support systems don't stand a chance. And that's what I want to share with you.
Very important. And we so thank you for coming on. We'd like to stay in touch with you. And we have these wonderful young people that I'm sure would like to get connected with you because we're looking for leadership and ways to network with one another. So if you could leave your information, we're going to put you on hold. And if you could leave your information, we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful, Miss Inspired.
I've been enjoying it, you guys. You guys have been phenomenal. And we're going to do it once a month. We're going to have you guys come on the show once a month, and we're going to talk about real issues. And you know what? Just like you said, stuff is always coming up. So it's always going to be something to talk about, something new, some twist in the campaign.
Yes.
So this is going to be exciting. November the 8th will be here before you know it. But in the between time, there's going to be so much stuff to talk about. So, and thank you, Chancellor, for calling in.
Yes.
We appreciate you. We definitely are going to get you to come on the show and just talk about some of the things you've seen happen in the community and what really prompted you to want to get out there and be part of the movement.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we also want to remind you to go to the website www.rso.today, www.rso.today, for we have a Women's Faith in Health conference coming up called Women's Refreshing 2016. Please make sure that you do that. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Tune in next week to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little